Hi there. Boy, it is a beautiful day out here today. How warm you think it is, Nate? 70, no humidity, a slight breeze, like beautiful, slightly cloudy sky, but mostly sunny. I mean, look at this. You can't ask for much better than this. And so Nate and I are just out here kind of doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that. We cleaned up our 2 sheds, which were getting really nasty, which is pretty much my fault because I just throw everything in there when I'm done and I can't be bothered to clean anything. So we cleaned it all up. We actually put together a shoe rack and used it for shelving in there. So that's actually a good idea if you're looking for some cheap shelving. Look on Amazon or wherever for like a decently priced shoe rack, and you can fit a lot of like little knicky-knack stuff, like a lot of my gardening stuff and stuff like that. So we've been putting that together and cleaning the sheds. And then I also got I got a new bicycle, you guys. I've been really wanting a bicycle for years, for years. I just really love riding a bike. And so today I got this cute little basket and put it on there. That way I can put my water and my phone in there for music when I'm riding around the neighborhood on my bike. But the next thing we're gonna do is put up this it is an old rusty, well, it's not old, but it's a rusty, I don't know, can you see it here? Let me put it on the cement. It is a, let me hold it up, sorry. It's a rusty sort of iron, I guess, cast iron Raccoon, and I'm gonna put him down in Raccoon Alley. The only thing is it's like super thin. Do you see how thin that is? Very thin. And I'm not really sure how I'm gonna get that into the tree. I wanna put him on the side of a tree. So Nate's gonna help me do it. We're just gonna kinda brainstorm on how to get him in the side of the tree in, yep, you guessed it, Raccoon Alley. I really don't know, like I said, how we're gonna get it into the tree, but we'll figure it out. I think he's just gonna drill kind of like a hole and try to like notch it in there. You might need a hammer, but there's really no place to hammer it because there's no space and I don't want to break it. I don't know. I kind of want it like a little separate from the sign. So maybe on that tree, like here, let me hold it up and look. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. It's so funny. I love it. Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Like, what is it supposed to go in?
I don't know. I don't.
The directions didn't say anything?
There was no directions, but I want to put it in the tree.
I'm going to need a bigger bit down.
Yep. Okay. Nate's just going to drill a couple holes in the tree.
Where was the other one at? Right there?
There. You can do the honors. Will it push in? I have to drill a little bit more, right?
A little higher, yeah.
Yeah, this didn't come with directions or anything. Literally nothing. Actually, it did come with a paper that said they really hope I like it, and they're so happy I bought it. Let's see if you can shove it in there, Nate. Who does it remind you of, Nate?
Max?
Yeah, me too. Is it going in? A little bit more?
Yeah, I'm just going to have to do it.
Alright, so we've got a couple of slits in here, or holes, I guess. Let's see how it does. Oh my gosh. Perfect. Oh, it's perfect. Look at him. He's so cute. Oh my gosh. funny. Raccoon Alley. And I love him because it's super modest, or that's not the right word. It's super what's the word I'm trying to think? Like unassuming. Like you don't really see it and then you're like, oh, what's that? It's a raccoon. It is hilarious. Yeah, unassuming I think is the word I think I'm looking for, because it's not like in your face, but you walk by and you're like, oh, that's really sweet. A couple other things, as you guys have known, because I've said it, we've been getting tons and tons of rain, and every time we get the rain and the winds, my hanging baskets fall off of this thing. It just goes down. I have a rock on it down there, but it's probably fine for now. But I just set my hanging basket on there, the one that was on that side, and then I set my fern right there. Do you see that fern right there, you guys? And I love it. I literally just set it there because it was getting knocked over, and I've been wondering what to do with this area, and I think I want to put ferns in here. I think I want to put like the big tall ferns, so the fern will kind of just take over once my bleeding heart is gone. I already cut back my bleeding heart that is in here, and every year since I planted these blue Hawaii hosta, the bunny or somebody eats them. Yeah? Okay. Love you, bye. Somebody, I think the bunny, eats them. They don't eat any of the other hosta, but they eat these blue Hawaii, these three that are right here. And so I think I'm just gonna maybe move these and go up to the garden center and plant some fern. I don't want to completely close this off though with plants, because I've always wanted to make some sort of a path that comes down here. I just don't know how yet. I don't know if I want it to come off of this area and have a path that goes all the way down past my secret garden that hopefully I'll get to one day, or if I want to come off of here. So this, see how this path goes here and then you can go that way or that way? I might want to make this like a cross and be able to go this way. So I think that's kind of more of what I'm gearing towards, is being able to walk raccoon, oh my gosh, is being able to walk, let's back up, straight in here, and then you could either go this way, that way, or you could go down here, which I'll have to move probably, I don't know, either my hosta or the hydrangea. Maybe I'll move the hydrangea back a little bit and then go right down here and make this a path. So that's kind of what I'm gearing towards. So I have quite a bit of room back here to move the hydrangea, and I could go further too if I wanted to. I could go a few more feet. So anyway, those are just my thoughts, but I wanted to show you guys how good that fern looks in here. I just set the hanging basket down. Now, of course, this beautiful, what is this called? A tiger fern, is an annual, so I can't keep this out here. It will die. I could probably overwinter it, which would be maybe fun to try. But boy, wouldn't that be fun to have just like a nice row of fern in there, and then my path starts and goes down. So let me know what you think about that. Get your guys' opinion on that. All right, let's see. All right, while we're down here, I'll show you the shed that we just cleaned up in the, what's it called? Oh, look at how beautiful. That's one of my favorite Francis William hosta. I'll show you the shed that we just kind of cleaned up. But I swept it all out, and this is a shoe rack, and I put it together and put all my things on it. So pretty excited about how it turned out. Looks really nice. You can fit the gator right in this area right here, which we normally do, but yeah, it's a lot of room too when you walk in here. I don't have my, normally I had my little wagon that was here, and it kind of came out to right here and it took up more space. So this is just, oh, it feels so good to get it, all the stuff organized and cleaned up. And then we also cleaned up this one a little bit too. This one has been kind of a mess, which is my fault. I don't really put things away very good. So we cleaned it up. I had Nate move my shovels from that little stud to that stud because every time I put my shovel away, it would bang into this thing here and it would just drive me nuts. So I had him move that. But yeah, the shed's looking really cleaned up, and he's gonna build another shelf for us in there, and that way we can put like all the that kind of stuff, like his blower, his chainsaw, and then his what do you call it, the gas cans and stuff like that in there. Well, that's about it for what we've done so far. It seems like we've been doing a lot more than that, but you know, cleaning and organizing something, it takes a little time. But next, I'm going to head up into the island bed and I'm going to trim up my birch trees. I was up there the other day and just kind of noticed that a lot of my sun plants that I planted up there years ago have just continued to get more and more shade because the birch trees get bigger and bigger. And I was like, I could probably move all those plants, and I thought, well, let me just start with trimming up the birch trees because those need a good trim anyway. And I was like dragging my feet on it because I don't know, for some reason I really love like the mysterious look of the birch, like the limbs being like all the way down, and it's very hard for me to trim it. There's a lot of things that are not hard for me to do, like I have no problem trimming other things or splitting things, digging them up, ripping them apart, but those birches are like my babies. I bought them, they were $10 each. I fit them in my car, both of them, from Home Depot. And one of them, the one on the, if you're looking that way, the one on the left, it looked like death. I didn't even know if it was going to survive. And so the fact that they got so big, like, and they look so beautiful, I just feel like they're my babies and I don't like trimming them. So anyway, I've been thinking about it all day and out here cleaning. I hadn't even looked at my phone, and I just checked my phone, and my mom texted me and she was like, hey, I'm watching your movie. She's like, you should really trim those birch trees. It would look beautiful. And I was like, you're right. You're right. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to trim it. I just needed that little bit of encouragement from my mom. And I mean, how many of you guys know that a lot of times your mom texts you, I'm going to stop right here because I'm going to show you something, but a lot of time your mom texts you exactly what you need at the exact time you need it, right? Am I the only one? She did that to me the other day. I was sitting in a meeting at church and I was feeling kind of insecure, and it was like a creative team meeting, and I was sitting there like, oh, my ideas aren't good, no one's gonna like what I have to say. I was like getting all insecure, and literally she texted me and said, I don't know, I'll have to go back and look, but basically encouraging me that like I am good enough to be in that meeting and my ideas are good. It wasn't that, but it was something along those lines, and I'm like, she has no clue that I needed to hear that right now. But anyway, a couple of you asked about the autumn frost hosta, if they bloom, and they're blooming right now. I got to show you what they look like. They're super pretty. So it has this very faint purple, like a dusty purple color, and they're just really beautiful. I love how they don't get too high. They just kind of come up right up over the canopy of the hosta leaves. So they're a really, really beautiful bloom. That's what they look like. So we're gonna head up to the island bed, get the birch trees trimmed up. I'm loving my river here. So glad I did this year. It's just been such a joy. You know, I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out because sometimes doing something that extravagant can be, I don't know, a little scary. Like, is it gonna turn out the way I think it's gonna turn out? And once Nate, you know, built me the bridge, the impatiens started popping up and blooming. And then I got that little fisherman boy. Oh my gosh. I absolutely love it. It's even better than what I expected. So I'm really pleasantly surprised and very thankful. Very, very thankful for Mackinac Island and other people's ideas that I can just kind of take and modify and make my own. So, all right, I've only trimmed these guys once or maybe twice, but we are going to give them a pretty good trim and hope that these plants get more sun. So you can see they are getting sun. I think it's like 3:45, 4 o'clock right now p.m. So they are getting some sun. But I definitely will have to move the butterfly bush. There's a butterfly bush that's literally underneath that leaf. And I planted it the same time I planted that butterfly bush and that one. So it should be nice and big and beautiful, but it needs more space. So, all right, let's get these guys trimmed up. First I gotta go get my other tripod because it's so windy out here. This one is just like a little selfie stick that I got for like $10 on Amazon, so it always falls over. Gonna love it that I'm doing this. He always has a hard time mowing. He's like, can you please trim those trees? I'm like, I don't want to. But he'll be excited. That opened it right up. You know, the thing about doing this too is I always drag my feet on it, and then after I do it, I'm so glad I did. Like this area, this looks so beautiful now, and you can see the nice bark on these trees. Okay, that one's crossing, so I'm going to cut this off. It's kind of crossing with another one. Okay, pretty good. See, this one is crossing too, so I'm going to cut that. I'm just going to cut it off right here. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but let's see. Okay. Looking good. keep it going.
Baby, just to me and you, rocking with the rhythm of the rain. Slide on over, baby, hold me closer, moving to and fro, just swaying like a slow freight train, rocking with the rhythm of the rain. So let the breeze.
Wow, that looks so much better. I'm so glad I did that. I just needed a little encouragement from my mama. And now, honestly, it's getting quite a bit of sun. It's crazy how much it opened that up. I still am thinking I might move something, so I was thinking that I want to come in here and move all of my candy corn, my double play candy corn spireas out. So I would just move them out closer to the front of the bed, like maybe a couple of feet. So move that right there, that right there, that right here, and then move my butterfly bushes out. So move the butterfly bushes like right here, here, and here. And then I might even move the hydrangea out a couple feet, and then come in there with like Hakanakloa grass, because my Hakanakloa grass really loves it out here. So yeah, wow, it looks so much better. And I love that you can see through, and those hibiscus are kind of calling your eye back there. Well, maybe this was your encouragement. If you have a tree that needs a little bit of pruning, to get out and get your pruners out, get hacking at it. I do have quite a big pile right there, so we'll get that taken care of. But I'm just really glad I did this. It feels a lot better. Right, it's the next morning and I'm walking out to show you guys that I cleaned up my mess. So there's proof. And show you the finished product. And I just stumbled upon this giant dragonfly in the grass. I'm gonna try to get my hand down next to it so you can see how big it is. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. See how big it is? I want to get close, but I don't want to scare him. Oh, he has a really pretty blue face. Wow. You think he's okay? I hope he's not dead. You think he's dead? I hope he's not dead. He has not moved at all. Aww. Is he stuck? I think he's stuck? I wonder if I should try to unstuck him. I think he would move. Alright, I'm really sad to report I think he has passed away. I don't know why. I kind of moved the grass away from him, like around his face and stuff, and he has not moved at all. I think he's dead. What should I do? I kind of want to like give him a proper burial before Nate runs him over with the lawnmower. Well, that was kind of sad. I was all excited to kind of watch him fly away. But boy, look at how much better this looks. Oh man. So much better. And the plants are starting to get sunshine in the back now, which is great. I think it was shadier in the back even than it was in the front. I am going to move the plants out, like I said. I just think it needs it. But yeah, it's probably like, I think 9 a.m., 9:30 a.m. So the sun's gonna come up this way, so they'll get sun from the backside. And then once the sun comes up over these trees and gets about here, it'll start getting sun from that side, and then the sun usually goes down right over there. Oh yeah, look at all this sun. It's great. My hosta are probably gonna love it too. Those hosta in there are frozen margarita, and they do like a little bit of sun. So, all right. Success. I'll show you the birch up close. Isn't it pretty? I gotta cut those hosta blooms back. I'm so glad I transplanted the little halcyon out of here and put that, because it's already gotten a lot bigger. Hi.
Hi. Video time?
Yeah. I just trimmed up my birch trees, so I was getting some film of it.
So you up a little bit?
Yeah, up a little bit. My plants here weren't getting a lot of sun, and when I planted these trees they were so little, so it's hard for me to trim them. I feel like sad, but then I'm always glad I did.
Yeah, our birch trees,
Yeah?
when we moved there, they weren't even as tall as the house.
Yeah.
Now they're way, and I gotta trim them every year or else I can't mow under them.
Yeah.
Hang down so far.
Same. Nate is always like, can you please trim those? I'm like, but they're so pretty.
Well, have a good day.
Yeah, you too. That's my neighbor. He's really nice. He's got a couple of beautiful birches in his yard. Look at this. Oh, I can stand up and not hit my head on the birch tree limb, so that's pretty cool. Give it a proper burial. Maybe we'll put it in my cut flower garden. Poor little guy. Not sure what happened to him. Look how beautiful he is. Oh, gosh. Oh. I think I'm going to put him down in my cut flower garden. I'll just put him like right on here. And he can... Oh, poor guy. At least if he's in a dead sleep, which I'm pretty sure he's not, he can just fly away and he won't get ran over by Nate's lawnmower. Wow, he's so neat. Poor buddy. Look at his wings. He's beautiful. Sorry, if you don't want to watch this, you can just fast forward. I'm just really loving how intricate this little guy is made. I've never got this close to a dragonfly before, especially one this big. And then look down at his... And if you look down at his tail, or whatever this thing is called, wow. Wow. So cool. Man, well. All right, buddy, I hope you like your new home. I'm sorry that you passed away. You were such a beautiful creature. Hold on, one more shot. Wow. Isn't he so cool? Well, that was sort of sad, but I am so very thankful I got to see that guy up close and just spend a few moments with him. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me out here in the garden, just doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that. We did quite a few things actually. So I've got my bike basket on, and then we put up the raccoon in Raccoon Alley. I kind of thought out my path and thought out maybe that I'm gonna plant ferns near the path. I put together the shoe rack and cleaned up both sheds and got them organized. I trimmed up the birch trees. Then we found God's beautiful work of art, the blue, black, and green dragonfly. That might have been my favorite thing of all. But anyway, I hope that you have a wonderful day and I hope to see you next time.